Merhaba, good evening and welcome to Tom and Ben News United Kingdom. We begin with viewers news, and Cindy Meadows has said that Angela Lansbury, Oscar winner and Murder, She Wrote actress, has died at the age of 96. Teddy Mellencamp has been diagnosed with stage 2 melanoma, and a toddler has been left behind in a locked rental car when it was returned by her grandfather to a Central Florida airport, and she wasn't discovered by an employee until 45 minutes later, authorities said on Tuesday.
Moving on to Talking Tom and Friends channel, and he reports that recovery efforts begin in Fort Myers as the death toll from Hurricane Ian tops to 100. Italy's Stromboli volcano has erupted, oh dear. The National Zoo welcomes 2 newborn cheetah cubs. Yankees' Aaron Judge caps historic season with another award. And the coroner rules British teen Molly Russell has died by suicide after suffering from, quote, effects of online content.
And finally, to the Custom Monster crew, who says huge crashes and huge derailments have been subjected to the A2, causing the A2 shutting down, with traffic lights that make longer the red, shorter the green. To other news now, and Zanzibar's government is investigating why thousands of dead swimming crabs have washed up on the beaches of the Tanzanian islands.
Since the 28th of September, there have been reports of dead crabs washing ashore at Matoni, Mizingani and Forodhani public beaches.
The government is urging people not to worry. It might be caused by population. Reports indicate climate change leading to an abrupt change in the temperature of the sea might be to blame.
Labour leader Sir Kier Starmer has hit out at what he called the grotesque chaos of former Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng's sacking, as he accused Prime Minister Liz Truss of putting party first and country second.
Giving a speech in Barnsley after a day of upheaval in Westminster, Sir Kier said the damage caused by last month's mini-budget was unprecedented as he repeated calls for a general election.
He pointed to the grotesque chaos of a Tory Prime Minister handing out redundancy notices to her own Chancellor. He also said this lot, they didn't just tank the British economy, they also clung on.
Over 5 million families are set to see their annual mortgage payments rise by an average of £5,100 between now and the end of 2024, with £1,200 of that reflecting higher expectations of interest rate rises since the mini-budget, according to new analysis published on Saturday by the Resolution Foundation.
With the UK's lowest interest rate era firmly at an end, the Bank of England is on course to have raised its policy interest rate from just 0.25% at the start of the year to over 5% by early next year.
The research examines the impact higher rates will have on the housing costs of the 7.4 million households who have a mortgage on their main home in Great Britain.
Liz Truss and Sir Kier Starmer have led tributes to Sir David Amess on the first anniversary of his murder. Sir David, who was an MP for nearly 40 years, was stabbed during a constituency surgery at Belfairs Methodist Church in Leigh-on-Sea, Essex, on the 15th of October last year.
Southend-on-Sea Council announced that a tree will be planted in the city in memory of the veteran Conservative MP who represented Southend West. The Prime Minister tweeted a statement along with Sir David's parliamentary portrait on Saturday morning.
She wrote, "On the anniversary of Sir David Amess's death, we cherish his memory and remember his enormous contribution to politics, to the people of Southend and to the country. My thoughts today are with his wife Julia, the Amess family and to all those who knew and loved him."
We have 2 videos in memory of Sir David Amess which can be found on the video section on our Facebook page. Link to it is in the descriptions box below.
The youngest victim of the County Donegal petrol station explosion has been described as a radiant beacon of light, happiness and joy.
5-year-old Shona Flanagan Galway died in the arms of her father, Robert, aged 50. Their coffins were carried into St Michael's Church in Cruiseloch, side by side.
Shona was shopping for a birthday cake for her mother Anya when the suspected gas blast demolished much of the building, leaving 10 people dead.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has said there is no need for more massive strikes on Ukraine days after the heaviest bombardment of the country since the war began. He said most designated targets of the strikes had been hit, adding that it was not his aim to destroy Ukraine.
Moscow's goal of mobilizing 300,000 men would be met within 2 weeks, he said. It comes as Russian forces are mostly in retreat and Ukraine advances, almost 8 months since the invasion.
Speaking to journalists after a summit with regional leaders in Kazakhstan's capital Astana, the Russian leader said that the recent strikes had destroyed 22 out of the 29 targets in Ukraine set by the military, and that they are getting the remaining 7.
41 people have died following an explosion in a coal mine in northern Turkey, the country's president says. The discovery of the final missing body brings the rescue operation to an end more than 20 hours after Friday's deadly blast.
Earlier, the Interior Minister said 58 people working in the mine when the blast went off were rescued or got out by themselves. Solomon Soylu said 10 people remained in hospital and 1 was discharged.
Around 110 people were in the mine at the time of Friday's blast, almost half of them at more than 300 metres deep. Emergency crews had worked through the night digging through rock to try and reach survivors.
Farmers and farm workers from across the United Kingdom have been protesting in London last week to demand more government ambition on future food and farming policy.
The list of demands for the march included a right to food to be put into UK law, more government support schemes for young people and marginalised groups to enter farming, and a bigger budget for agricultural support schemes.
The march has been organised by the Land Workers Alliance, a union representing over 2,200 farmers and land-based workers in the country.
3 Just Stop Oil climate activists have appeared in court over protests which included soup being thrown over Van Gogh's sunflower paintings.
2 women are charged in relation to soup being thrown on the painting at the National Gallery, while a third is charged over paint sprayed on the rotating New Scotland Yard sign during protests in London on Friday.
Anna Holland, aged 20 from Newcastle, and Phoebe Plummer, aged 21 from southwest London, both pleaded not guilty to criminal damage to the frame of Van Gogh's painting in a hearing at Westminster Magistrates Court on Saturday morning.
And finally, actor Robbie Coltrane, who played Hagrid in the Harry Potter films, has died at the age of 72. He also appeared in ITV detective drama Cracker and the James Bond films GoldenEye and The World Is Not Enough.
In a statement, his agent Belinda Wright confirmed the actor died in hospital near Falkirk in Scotland. She described Coltrane as a unique talent, adding his role as Hagrid brought joy to children and adults alike all over the world.
Coltrane was made an OBE in the 2006 New Year's Honours List for his services to drama, and he was awarded the BAFTA Scotland Award for Outstanding Contribution to Film in 2011. To your weather now, and it will be dry in many areas for much of the day. Breezy in Scotland and Northern Ireland alongside with some lingering outbreaks of rain. Tuesday will see a dry and settled day for many with sunny spells and patchy cloud.
Wednesday will see more cloud turning wet and windy in the southwest later on, and that is the weather.
That's all today. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and please subscribe. You can check us out on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/TomandBenNews4UK. Use the Facebook app or use the link in the description. Either way, click the like and follow buttons.
And we shall see you next Monday.